你有古董要卖吗？至少要有200年历史的。只要
深藏的秘密会落入我们手中。
打得好！我们不允许这片圣地任其蹂躏毁坏。
因为对塔扎维许的攻势持续不断，我们需要你帮忙击退入侵者，重建我们的防线。
附近似乎有宝藏，自然也会引来宝藏猎人，小心背后。
你是守法的人。
我们为了这个，
魔科技。
警卫从四面八方骚扰我们，甚至还跨越位面，我们绝不能大意。
你来了，很好，有很多工作正等着你去做，请确实完成那些工作。
必须保护好这些偷土。
你有
我在文库那里
事后说
等你。，
在北方岛屿有个利人战力的敌人，不能放任这种敌人继续威胁我们。
深藏的秘密。
打得好！我们不允许这片圣地任其蹂躏毁坏。
先生、女士，你们都好啊。好，你走。
这个世界既新鲜又辽阔，晴空万里，乘风翱翔。
团结才有力量。
我看过的事情会把你吓到壳都掉了。 只要看到特别的东西，就带来给我。
加雅拉，
要是没有你，我们的修理工作就不可能进行下去。
你来对地方了。打开双眼，敞开心胸。
拜托，长话短说，我们的行程很满。
这都是世间一流的商品。
斥候说，在北方岛屿有个令人战栗的敌人，不能放任这种敌人继续威胁我们。
深藏的秘密。
打得好！我们不允许这片圣地任其蹂躏毁坏。
我的记忆延续13代了。
加雅拉，
萨克利在苏醒的长老周围建立了防线，解决他们。萨加拉登长老是长老周围建立了防线，解决他并不容易，但我们一定要击倒他。加拉登长老是心狠手辣的军人，杀死他们并不容易，但我们一定要击倒他。我的力量在衰退。
维凯，就连爱之夜也弥补不了你的软弱。
长老死了，随着他们死去，我们拯救了无数龙类的生命，也为他们担心。我会帮你灭罪这些坏人。
我先维凯，你才是这里唯一的害虫。
我的力量在衰退。
维凯，就连爱之夜也弥补不了你。我肆虐。
长老死了，随着他们死去，我们拯救了无数龙类的生命，也为他们复仇了。
加雅拉，
要是没有你，我们的修理工作就不可能进行下去。
一步了啊！
加雅拉，我了解你的不满，但别这么快下定论。
我在文库那里等你。
我专为外来者提供更多种类的商品。谢谢你的大驾光临。
靠近一点，不要嘀嘀咕咕。不是所有海洋生物都能。
加拉登长老是心狠手辣的军阀，杀死他们并不容易，但我们一定要击倒他们。萨克利在苏醒的长老周围建立了防线，
你有看
解决他们。
到吗，维凯？这些虫子根本没发现。
加拉登长老是心狠手辣的军阀，杀死了主人。萨克利在苏醒的长老周围建立了防线，解决他们。我的力量在衰退，长老死了。随着他们死去，我们拯救了无数龙类的生命，也为他们复仇了。
我先走一步了啊！
加雅拉，
一点接着一点，我们会把记忆取回来。
我专为外来者提供更多种类的商品。欢迎再来参观选购商品。 萨克利在苏醒的长老周围建立了防线，解决他们。加拉登长老是心狠手辣的军阀，杀死他们并不容易，但我们一定要击倒他们。 别担心，我会帮你碾碎这些害虫。
维凯，你才是这为我起命啊！
厄朗安与长老死了，随着他们死去，我们拯救了无数龙类的生命，也为他们复仇了。
我先走一步了啊！
Members were like, "What's over easy?" Because over easy doesn't really exist in Japan. But I think they enjoyed it. Subara Senpai really liked the over easy. We shared the plate because it's too big. He was like, "Oh, the egg is nice." I'm like, "Yes, right? It's over easy." I love over easy eggs. But yeah, if you say over easy in Japan, they won't know what the hell you're talking about. And I don't know what else you call it. And over easy eggs, and then we went shopping. I think some of us were like, "Wait, we didn't expect New York to be this cold, so we need to buy jackets." And some of them bought jackets. Or outers, or yeah. Thankfully, I somehow remembered that New York wasn't as hot as I thought it would be, so I stuffed in like 2 different sweaters. One like really like baggy, like one oversized like white knitty sweater. It's like one was like a white knit sweater that was really like over bagged and knitty. It was nice. It was nice wearing it. Yeah, that's the one that the twins are like, while I was busy, before I knew it, they were using it as a pillow. They started wearing, they were like, "It's so nice, Senpai." I'm like, go ahead. Go ahead.
事后说，在北方岛屿
And then after
有
that,
个
on
令
the
人
way
战
back
栗
when I
的
was wearing,
敌
I
人，
spilled the
不能放任
shiitake
这
kind
种
of
敌人
stuff
继
on
续
it.
威胁我们。
So goodbye, white sweater. Goodbye, white sweater. It was nice knowing
我
you.
们不允许这片圣地任其蹂躏毁坏。
It lasted the trip. It was a pretty old sweater, so you know, it's okay. It wasn't new or anything.
加雅了。
要是没有你，我们的修理工作就不可能进行下去。
It served its purpose. Anyways, I brought 2 sweaters. That was fine, but some members didn't bring any outers. We had to go buy outers. And oh yeah, and some of us are like buying slippers for the room too because we didn't have any slippers. And I was like, I'm not gonna waste money on slippers. I'm only gonna use for like you know, less than a week. So whenever I was in the room, I kept taking my shoes on and off, on and off, on and off. Because I would never have my shoes on and dive into a bed. I can't understand that. That's gross. No. And even like when I go to the bathroom area, or the area that's like technically the bathroom, to like, you know, wash my face and stuff, I would just put down like the shower mat or towel, and I would keep taking my shoes on and off doing my skincare. It was annoying as hell, but yeah, that's what I get for not spending $10 to buy slippers, but I didn't want to. I was like, eh.
你有古董要卖吗？至少要有200年历史的。
I do say though, I think our stay, as in like the accommodations this time. I personally like the accommodations last year more. I think a lot of us agreed. The ones that most of us who have experienced the last year's, well, say that, yeah, last year's accommodations were better. Broken blinds and no table. Oh yeah, that, yeah. I had no table. Me and Crony didn't have a table. I think every other room I saw had a table and chair. In the exact same spot where we had like the same type of room, just no table chair. Blinds broken. I think I heard some other members also saying their blinds just stopped working. It was a cute room, but yeah. And also I have this like slight suspicion that room service or cleaning was like reusing the towels. Even like they like folded it to make it look nice, but when you look closely, I'm just like, wait, I think this is the towel I used before. They didn't change it, did they? I don't know, I was like, I have slight suspicions. Like not all of it, but like a couple of towels. I was just like, I don't know. There was this one thing I remember I realized. I was like, wait, they didn't change this one? Like, why did they not change this? Like, I was like so shocked that they didn't change something. I forgot what it was, but I mean, if I forgot about it, I wasn't as shocked as I thought I would be, yeah. But there was something that I was like, wait, one day I go back in after a long day and I'm like, wait, they didn't change this? Are you serious? I forgot what it was, but yeah. I'm so just also not used to like those showers that have like that overhead thing. You know, the overhead shower that goes like, that's like on the ceiling and it just rains shower water on you. Like in like a complete rain fashion. Yeah, I'm not used to that. I always end up using that and not the shower head because the shower head is usually just trickles water. I hate it when it just trickles water and has no water pressure. So I still prefer to use the overhead shower thing because at least there's gravity to make it not trickle, you know? Man, my comments are so late. Now I see everyone talking about the table. I'm like, I was talking about this table like just like 10 minutes ago. Anyways, so I was like, I don't have a table and chair, what? And everyone was like, so what do you have? Do you just have like an empty space? I'm like, yes, I just have an empty space. So I put my luggage down on the floor, like bam. And the fact that I had no table and chair, I'm like, I literally had nowhere. Even if I did bring my PC, I would have nowhere to put it. I would have 0 places to put it. Because they only had like this one thing to place stuff on, but it was covered in not free stuff. It was covered in not free stuff, and I couldn't move it. Because if I did, they would assume that I used it, and they would charge me for it. So no, it was not free stuff. Stuff that you think would be free, but no, it's not free. So I had to, every single time I got ready, I just had to spread everything onto the bed. All my makeup, everything, like all on the bed. I'd be like, bam. So yeah. I personally, I mean, it was okay. It was still okay. I think I'm just so used to like the hotel standard over here, where they provide everything. Like, you know, they provide toothbrushes, toothpaste. There was no face wash either. Face wash. I didn't like the conditioner there either. The conditioner kind of sucked.
世侯说，在北方岛屿有个丽人镇。
and whatnot. I think it's just the cost performance in Japan is everything is just more expensive in the States, man. Everything is more expensive. I was shocked at how expensive everything is. You know that robbery I saw.
我们不允许这片圣地
skipping days, but you know that robbery I saw? I was like, you know, middle of New York City, broad daylight. Me and Crony were just, you know, having a smoothie, eating a sandwich. It was like one of those just regular cafes. We're eating sandwich.
要是没有你，我们的修理工作就不可能
Overpriced
进
sandwich,
行
let me
下
just
去。
say. Because I was surprised that each of us, we just had a drink and a sandwich. And each of us came out with like, was it what, $33 a person? 34, maybe $35 a person. And I was just like, really? For just a sandwich and a drink? And while we were like moguing, all of a sudden we hear coins like flying. And I'm like, what the hell did I see? This person literally like just, like, I guess they pretended that they were gonna order something. And then they all of a sudden just like shoved their whole arm into the tip jar. Made coins fly everywhere, took all the bills apparently, and just dashed out. The person behind the counter was trying to grab them by the arm, but they didn't make it, and they were like, ah. And then me and Kearney were picking up the coins because we were just on our way out. We were like, oh my god, and everyone was like, oh my god. So we were like, we're picking up the coins and we were like, are you guys okay? And then the people working, the employees working there were like, ah, yeah, happens from time to time. And me and Crony were just like, what? It happens from time to time? 時々あるんだよねみたいな、なんかもう慣れてるノリでさ。They were like, "Sha, ah, yeah." They were so used to it. They weren't そんなに動じてなかったっていうね。やべえと思った。Oh my god. In Japan, they say, you know, なんか本当になんだろう。これを知っちゃうと、よくさ日本だとさなんか歌舞伎町一人で歩かない方がいいよとかなんか言うけど、いや。普通の真っ昼間の普通のカフェでこういうことが起きるのを見ると歌舞伎町の方が100倍まだなんか歩いてて平気なんじゃないのって思っちゃう。
我了解你的不满，但别这么快下定论。
我在文库那里等你。
レベルが違うと思った。Anyways, yeah. That was something. And then me and Crony were just like scared, like, oh, we can't walk around New York alone, no! We need to stick together. Anyways. That was my very first time ever seeing anything that, any sort of robbery in real life, like in front of my very own eyes. I was like, dang. I feel like part of like, and I get none of the employees were like, you know, and they were just like, you know, shogunai, and then they were just putting things away, and I was like, oh, they just acted like it was just a day-to-day thing. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. Seriously, man. Shoplifting happens a lot too, man. And then you see like all the shops in Japan just leaving their stuff outside. You know, you see those shops where like literally like they put like maybe 30% of their stock like right outside the store, just outside, and you're supposed to like take one and bring it into the store to buy it, you know? And I'm just like, wow. You know? I'm so used to that I'm just like, wait. That's not the norm. Which does make me worry. I just really hope that, you know, nobody does actually steal those stuff that you see outside. I really hope that's not the case. Because I know that, you know, right now a lot of people all over the world are like going to Japan, and it's great. It's great to see a lot of tourism. I just really hope that people that, you know, go and steal tips don't come and do the same thing, you know. That's the only thing. Man, I've never seen that happen. That was scary. Anyways, that skips a few days. Going back to day 1. I get back to the hotel after shopping, very tired. Super tired. And there was still some time, so then we had to and then we had this little pizza party where I did not eat any pizza because I was so full.
一点接着一点，我们会把记忆取回来。
I was so full. I think like Kelly ordered pizza. We were all like in this tiny room. And everyone was eating pizza. I was just like, I'm full from that restaurant I ate in the afternoon. Can I say something? I think I definitely lost weight going to New York. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think it was possible, guys. I came back and I'm like, I lost weight. I lost weight because I was just so tired. Like, I think I was just so tired that my... Like, being tired was won over being hungry most of the time. Speaking of, though, I will eat this protein bar just so that I can be healthy. But... yeah. And it was like, you know, moved a lot. Was just so tired. Did not eat. I just slept. Or tried to sleep. God, protein bars are so like... they're okay, but... they're so dry. And then, I'm trying to eat right now because Crony was like, I need to eat something in the morning. And I'm like, why? She's like, because it boosts your metabolism. I'm like, oh, I need to boost my metabolism.
要是没有你，我们的修理工作就不可能进行下去。
Anyways, and then oh yeah, there was a time when I hung out and shopping with I'm trying to remember with Faye, Ina, and Cece. Yeah, Faye, Ina, and Cece. We had New York. We had New York bagel. I had so much. I feel like half of my meals in New York was bagel. Yeah, Cece was like, I want to go shopping. And we went shopping. It was so funny because Cece would move so fast inside like the clothing stores. Went to like a department store. She would just fly through the racks like before you know it. I think like Ina and Bae kept losing her. I was following her. Ina and Bae were just like, where are they? And she was just flying. I was just following to make sure we didn't lose her. She was speed. She was so into it. Meanwhile, I was looking at everything and I was like, why is it so expensive? I didn't buy anything in that department store. I did buy a dress from... What was that place called again? It's a place that sells like all sorts of different brands, but I forgot what it was called. It started with an A. A dress? Just a one piece. It's just a casual type. Cece was getting the fancy kind though. She was like, I want a fancy dress. So, yeah. Why do I say it starts with an A and you automatically think Macy's? No, we did not see an A Macy's. And then I see a bunch of Abercrombie. Yes, I bought 2 one pieces. One was from Abercrombie, yes. And I was like, I haven't bought anything from Abercrombie and Fitch in the past like 15 years. Okay, maybe not 15 years. Maybe more like 10 years. I was like, dang. You don't see that often. So I was just like, yeah. And I bought a dress that I'm just like... I think like in general, like fashion in the States is so different from fashion in Japan. I feel like Japan has more like baggy clothes in general. Meanwhile, like in the States, they have like clothes that are just much more like shows your like it shows your curvature, you know, like as in like you can if your waist it will hug your waist like bam, you know. It will hug your waist. Which I personally really like. But I bought a dress that I was just like, yeah, it's like a long dress. It was a long, really cute dress, but it would hug my waist and be like, oh, I haven't worn anything like this in a while. Cause I was so used to like the more looser clothes in Japan. But it's nice though. I really like it. But then I'm like, can I wear this in Japan? It's like also like a spaghetti strap thing, so your shoulders are out, which is scandalous in Japan. It's scandalous. It's normal in the States, but in Japan, oh, showing your shoulders like that, scandalous. So I'm like, I bought this and I wore it and I loved it. But am I allowed to wear this in Japan? And I probably have to put like a shirt underneath it or something. If I wear a shirt underneath it, it's probably fine. Either that or wear like a sweater on top of it. Put the shoulders away. I really wasn't used to how like conservative the dress code was when I first came to Japan. I was just like, before that I was just like, oh, shoulders out all the time. So it was interesting. Now I'm so used to that. Whenever I do have like shoulders out now, I'm just like, oh no, oh no, oh not my shoulders, oh scandalous. I've gotten so used to it. I'm just like, oh, my bare shoulders out in the open. Oh. And I look back on the days when it used to be so normal for me. Anyways, SCC was very, very hyped shopping. It was cute. She just flew through. Oh, and then and in the store there was like this there was this dude who we weren't so sure if he was like an employee for one of the stores or if he was just kind of there chilling. Suddenly called over to us being like, hey ladies, hey. And we all ran. Ladies, you're shopping, ladies. We ran away as but then one of us got caught. You'll probably hear the story from her as well, most likely, but you know, I'll just say one of us got caught by the dude. And like, you know, it's like, where are you from? And she was just like, oh, like I guess she felt too bad to completely ignore him. And she got stuck there. Meanwhile, the rest of us, the three of us, just run through. Or we're like, I think two of them ran through. Me, I was like, I sort of ran through, but I was like kept a distance. So I was like, I wanted, because the other two ran through, I didn't want, like, you know, the one that was stuck with the dude to be left, you know, to be lost and not find us. So I was hiding in a corner, like watching from afar. I was hiding in a corner watching from afar. Making sure to know where the other two were that dashed off, and her being stuck at the dude. And then you know, she was somehow able to shrug off the dude after a bit. It looked really hard to shrug him off because he was very talkative. And then she came up to me and she said, "You guys abandoned me. You guys abandoned me." And amongst us, there was one extreme introvert. Not introvert, I mean extrovert. Among us four, there is one extreme extrovert. And she was just like, why did the extrovert not... Why was the extrovert... This is the time when the extrovert is supposed to do her job. Anyways, she was just like, you guys left me. You guys are horrible. You abandoned me. We're like, sorry. We're too scared.
你有古董要卖吗？至少要有200年历史的。
Anyways, that was something that happened. Random people suddenly coming up to talk scaly, you know?
只要看到加雅拉，
要是没有你，我们的修理工作就不可能进行下去。
Yeah, I think when she was like, "You guys abandoned me," we were like, you know, you're supposed to just walk and run. You're just supposed to run past them and not blink an eye. I don't think they were a store person either. I asked her, I was like, were they an employee or something? And she was like, no, it wasn't. It was just I don't think so. It was just some random dude. Suddenly saying that he has an Instagram and everything. It was just a random dude. We're like, yep, okay.
我受命为你效力。
Anyways. It was fine. I think they just had a conversation. It was just a how's New York conversation, and then we left. Yeah. I was looking from afar. I was looking from afar. I walked like over 10k steps during that shopping spree. And I was surprised at how little I sweat. Man, you know another thing I should remember? I should remember to buy sunglasses for New York, man. I see some members with like the really fancy like sunglasses. And I'm just like, wait. That looks kind of cool. Not everyone, obviously, but some. A couple or a few. And those really nice sunnies on. And they make them look like celebrities. I'm like, oh, you look like a star. The moment you put on the sunglasses, you look like a star. Yeah. I want to be a cool kid too. I want to just, you know, put on those sunnies and, like, you know, hold on to like a Starbucks coffee even though I don't drink coffee. I think like the staple is, you know, you hold on to a Starbucks. You're like walking around New York with like a Starbucks cup, coffee with sunglasses on, and then you feel like you're in a Devil Wears Prada movie. That reminds me. I think Crony was scared me and was freaking out because she almost lost her sunglasses. She was wearing them in the beginning, and then like toward the end, all of a sudden it's like no sunglasses. She's like, "Where'd my sunglasses go?" And I'm like, "Wait, I didn't realize. Yeah, where did your sunglasses go?" Thankfully, she found it after she left it in the taxi. And thankfully she was able to contact the taxi and get it back. But I can tell she was very panicked about it. I was just like, oh my god. She's like, no, my sunglasses. I'm glad that nobody just went and yoinked it. Apparently, like, we went on a taxi and we left. And right after we got off, she realized. She called them. And they were like, oh, yeah, our customer right after you guys told us that there was sunglasses left there. And came back and gave it to her. So thank God nobody just went and stole it, you know. Glad they turned up. I'm glad they didn't just yoink it. That was another day, but yeah. So yeah, shopping was fun. We do the whole, you know, going in the... Oh yeah! I remember Cece got locked out of her changing room. Cece got locked out of her changing room. Because she was like showing us, you know, we were on the couch and we were like, oh man, that looks really cute! And she actually locks herself out of the changing room. All her stuff, and she still needs to wear like 3 other outfits before, you know, before leaving, right? So she started screaming like, somebody, anybody, I'm locked out. Ah! Meanwhile, the other 3, the rest of us are just sitting on the couch, just like, you know, checking our phones and not doing anything. And we were just laughing at her, and we were just laughing because she was just like, somebody, anybody, like in the changing area. For somebody to come and help her, you know? We're like, oh. Poor Cece. And we were just sitting there being like, it's okay. She will be able to find somebody. ロックがあるんだよ。そう、ロックがあるんだよね。なんかロックあるんだよ。試着室になぜか知んないけど。It's not that we didn't care. No, we were just like, oh, she could probably handle it. She is a huge extrovert. She can call somebody over easy. And yeah, no, somebody came. Someone came and of course somebody came and helped her. But it took a bit of being like, somebody! And walking around, and we were just like, oh. She's great. Like, we wouldn't have the guts to be like, somebody! And then that... We wouldn't have the guts to do that. The rest of us would not have the guts to do that. We were all like just looking at her amazed. So whenever we had like a question or something that we wanted to, you know, ask like an employee a question or something we didn't know, be like, okay, Cece, go! Okay, Cece, can you go ask her? Go! And she would just run over. She felt like a Pokemon. Go, Cece! Go, our designated extrovert, I choose you! Cece uses the move extrovert.
暴风城，圣光的堡垒，如今却落入虚无的魔掌，屯驻着恩若斯的部队。艾兰尼亚屈从于心中的低语，强迫所有人向上古之神臣服，或是死亡。
拜托，救救我的儿子
！Okay, anyways.
不要败给那些低语。
That happened. I'm glad that I think at the end, toward the end, Cece got a really cute dress. And we were like, yes, we have succeeded. I think we all bought something. So that shopping was definitely successful. We all had something we wanted to buy. We all bought something. And then a lot of us were like, you know, we're gonna buy this when we go back to Japan because it's probably cheaper there. There was this one thing I was like, I really want to buy this. We're gonna go buy it when we get back.
表现不错，
We're gonna buy it when we get
但
back.
这只是恩若斯幻象的开始而已。城里还有其他的恐怖幻境，你得进一步找出来，破除它们。
And then I realized why I see so many like foreigners in like brand stores in Japan now. I'm like, why are there so many foreigners in brand stores in Japan? It's because it's cheaper there. Did you guys visit any tourist spots like Freedom Lady? No Freedom Lady this time. Wait, did I feel like we talked about Freedom Lady last time. We tried to go see Freedom Lady and we were scared from all the scams. Oh no, me and Kuroni did go to. We went to Central Park for a tiny bit. So we went to MoMA, right? We went to MoMA with I went to MoMA with
如今却落入虚无的魔掌，屯驻
with Kuroni, Kiwawa,
艾兰尼亚屈从于心中的低语，
Kuroni, Kiwawa,
强
and
迫所有人
Cece
向上古之神臣服，或是死。
went to MoMA. We're supposed to meet up with a different group, but we're like, the other group has like a lot of plans, so we're like, okay, we're just gonna split up into different groups.
母亲，不要
Went to
再给
MoMA.
那些低语。
I see Cece and Cece speeding through all the exhibits. Like as per usual. And Kiwawa would lose her, be like, "Where is she? Where is she? Where's she gone?" And then I think I see Cece, and then I think I start seeing Kiwawa also speeding through the exhibits. And I'm just like looking very closely. Eventually, I see the two of them just sitting down on one of the sitting like couches together. So I was like, oh, they're done looking. Okay, I'm just gonna keep looking. I'm just gonna keep looking. And then I think me and Crony were just continuing to make fun of most of the exhibits. In a playful fashion, you know. We didn't have too much time though, because it was closing, so we were like, we wanted to see as much possible. I really wanted to see the Van Gogh. I really wanted to see the Van Gogh. And I was able to see the Van Gogh. Yes, it was a Van Gogh. It was nice. It was not as big as I thought it would be. They had a lot of art. It was a lot of art. It was nice.
暴风城，圣光的堡垒，如今却落入虚无
And
的
then I
魔
think
掌。
Kyo and Cece were like really tired. They were really tired, and they were like, okay,
艾兰莉
we
亚屈服
tired.
于心中的低
And me
语，
and Crony were like, we need to go see Central Park. And I think that Kyo and Cece were like, yeah, we know we're too tired to walk in Central Park, so we split up. We split there. Yeah, we lost them at the museum. We're like we couldn't find them at the museum anymore. So and then I think they were like, okay, we're just gonna chill at a cafe. So I was like, okay. And then we went to Central Park because and then me and Crony had the sandwich. And then me and Crony had the sandwich where the robbery happened. And then we walked to Central Park. And we walked around Central Park for like maybe like a good 30-40 minutes because then we had to go somewhere else. And yeah, Central Park is huge, so we only saw a tiny bit of it, but at least we got to say that we did see the turtles. We saw the turtles, we saw the ducks, and then Crony was telling me all about the Canadian geese. She's like, oh, I see the Canadian geese, those nasty ones.
这只是恩若斯幻象的开始而已。
Yes, I did see the turtles. I'm happy I got to see the turtles and the
你得进一
ducks.
步找出来。
A lot of turtles sitting on this tiny rock and was cute. Canadian geese. Oh, evil creatures. What she was saying. Yeah, they're everywhere. Like they can't be that evil, right? But then I did hear from my sister that geese can be very aggressive. They're really, really aggressive, really. I was like, how can you tell which one's the geese and which is the duck? She was like, the geese are bigger. Their heads, the head part is like completely black, and they're bigger. They looked really cute though. I was like, but they look so cute from afar. She's like, that's because they're from afar. Get close to one, they gonna bite you. I heard swans are also very territorial and aggressive too. As long as you don't get close to them, it's fine. But if you do, yeah. Swans can break bones with their wings. Are you serious? That's terrifying. What? Yeah, swans are even bigger. They're so pretty, though. Anyways, yeah, Central Park was pretty. Didn't get far enough to see like any like super famous like structures. Ernie was taking some pictures though. I'm looking at my phone. I only see a picture of the turtles that I took. I think Ernie was taking pictures of like a tunnel and other stuff, but and we saw a zoo even though the zoo was closed by then. We saw so many dogs, big dogs, really cute big dogs. I saw one that looked like Beethoven. The Beethoven dog was so cute. Didn't take much pictures, no. I did take a few pictures in MoMA, but mainly was like the Van Gogh. And then some of the weird Picasso ones. And then the one that looks like it would be in the opening of Elfen Lied. Or Lead. Probably inspired by the same... It's probably the same artist that it was inspired from. A Saint Bernard? Yes, the Saint Bernard. The Saint Bernard was so cute. The type of dogs you would never see in Japan because it's too big for Japanese houses. The Klimt painting? Yes, it was Klimt. Klimt. It was a Klimt painting. I see it and the opening of Elfen Lied just starts playing in my head. ってなんかそういうのが流れ出す the moment I see it. クリムトを見た瞬間もうエルフィンリードだよもう私の中では。And then I start thinking about the cute anime girls just absolutely murdering everyone, yeah. I'm like, oh, this is the Elfen Lied painting. Elfen Lied, yeah. It wasn't the one with the dude kissing the lady though. It was the one where there's a lady and then there's like 3 other ladies under, like toward the bottom of the painting praying or something. But it was Klimt. It was definitely Klimt. I don't think it was the most famous one, but it was definitely. It was. Oh yeah, it was the lady that was pregnant. Yeah, it was a lady that was pregnant with the boobas out, and she had like 3 ladies praying at the bottom, and I'm just trying to figure out what the meaning of it was. But it was definitely, like, you could tell it was the same artist. Pregante, yeah, Pregante. It's not the one with the kiss, no. You can tell it's the same artist, yeah.
Oh.
I think if you just look Klimt pregnant. Pregnant lady, you'll find it. Yeah. It does show up when you look up Klimt pregnant. It's called Hope, guys. It's called Hope 2. Wait, there's a Hope 1? What's Hope 1? What's Hope 1? If it's Hope 2, where's Hope 1? Anyways. That's a coincidence. I didn't know it was called Hope. Anyways. And then you are Hope 1. You got a sequel? I don't want to be any sort of close to being related to this lady with her boobas out. No, I don't want to be anywhere near any relation to this booba out lady, no. So anyways. It was pretty though. It was a very pretty painting. And then I think me and Crony were like looking at paintings being like, what do you see? Like cubism paintings or paintings with like those abstract shapes, and I was like, I see shoes. Crony's like, I see people dancing. And then we're like, okay, let's see what the right answer is. And it was actually like a painting of machines, apparently. Like, it was supposed to depict the evolution of technology, and it was supposed to be machines. Like, I see high heels. I see people dancing, and I'm trying to find the people dancing. I'm like, where are the people dancing? I don't see this. Yes. We were both wrong. Modern art. Man, I think I literally saw like one piece of painting that was just a line, a straight line through it. It was just one straight line, and I'm like, man, if only I got paid to just draw a straight line and had it be, you know, exhibited in a museum for hundreds of years to come. Man. Or like you'd see like those really abstract paintings where even you can do in like those painting classes where you just splash paint all over the wall, you know? You're like, man, I could have this exhibited. If I was just that famous enough as an artist. If only I drew that line before they did, you know? I wish we had more time in MoMA. I really wanted to see more. I don't think we saw all of MoMA. It was really confusing because there's apparently MoMA and then there's like the Metropolitan something museum, which also sounds like MoMA because we were like, we want to see Van Gogh. I think the other group ended up going to the other one. I was like, I don't know which one we're supposed to go. And we just went to MoMA because that's where our taxi dropped us off. The Met and MoMA. Oh, that's what it's called. The Met also in Central Park is so much better. You're saying that we didn't go to the one that was better? The Met is way better in my opinion. Well, thanks for making me feel good about our decision. Yeah, they dropped us off in front of MoMA, so we're like, okay, how far is the Met? And the Met was like, what, a 10-minute drive or something. We're like, okay, we're just gonna stick with MoMA. Met has art from all time periods, not just modern art. I see. It's okay, modern art was pretty. Yeah, apparently, yeah, I think we noticed that Met was in Central Park, so... I think we originally wanted to go to the Met. But we're like, oh, but apparently MoMA also has Van Gogh, because I just wanted to see Van Gogh. MoMA also has Van Gogh. Okay, we can go to MoMA. And also Met closes earlier. So we're like, we would have more time if we just went in MoMA. Because Met closes 30 minutes earlier. I was confused too.日本でも5本見れるで。なんかね、日本でも5本見たことあるよ。自画像の耳切っちゃったやつは見たことあります、日本で。But yeah, no. Starry Night is so small. I was surprised. I see like a big group of people just surrounding one piece of art. I'm like, oh yeah, that definitely is the Starry Night. It was pretty though. It was so tiny. It was a tiny piece of painting. And I found it so funny. Everyone crowding around Starry Night, and then there's like this other piece of art that I did take a picture of. What was it called again? Other Van Gogh art piece. I did not take a picture of the name, but the one with like it looks like a little forest. Right next to Starry Night. Nobody paid any attention to that one. No, it was like a forest. It's just a greenery, like just a bunch of trees and then a cloud in the middle or something. I don't know what it's called because I didn't take a picture of the name. Literally was right next to it. Everyone was only taking pictures of Starry Night, and I took a picture of this and being like, poor thing, being completely ignored. Starry Night just shines too bright, you know? Nobody gave any attention to the... Yeah, I'm wondering, maybe it's a bit little forest like Van Gogh. Was that the one? No. Van Gogh, let me look up Van Gogh forest. Ah, no, it's not this. It was more squiggly. It won't... Oh, it's this one. Wait. The olive trees. It's the olive trees. It's the olive trees. Yes, that's the one. That was next to. The olive trees, Van Gogh. Yeah, it was next to the Starry Night. Completely ignored. I really want to see the... Wasn't the sunflowers also Van Gogh? I really want to see the sunflowers. And I've never seen the sunflowers before. When I think of the sunflower one, I think of the movie, the Conan movie. Goku no Himawari no いっぱいあるんやで。あれ、そうだっけ? Was there multiple sunflowers? Oh yeah, there was multiple sunflowers. 何個もあるんだっけ? Himawari. Same with Mona Lisa. There's 2 other Da Vinci's nearby no one cares about. Poor thing. It's all about the Mona Lisa. So, コナンの映画のあれを下り見てからサンフラワーめっちゃ見てと思う。I feel really bad for Van Gogh. He was like, so, you know, he drew so many pretty art pieces. Was having a really hard time selling his work. Only became popular after he died. Poor thing. If only he was popular, as popular as he is now when he was alive, he probably would have lived a much longer life. Anyways, I went to Central Park, walked. I feel like I walked it. Wait, let me look at my. Let me look at how much steps I did. I can tell I got back. I can tell I got back to Japan because all of a sudden my steps just. Even then, I only have walked an average of 6,771 steps a day over the last 7 days. I think during the MoMA time is when I walked 12K. Was it MoMA? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was a shopping day. I forgot. But that's also because, like, you know, I literally had 2 days where I couldn't even wear my Apple Watch. You know what I mean? So technically, I definitely moved more. Couldn't wear my Apple Watch. I'm sad that we didn't get to play cards this year.
没有老布莱恩打开的门。
Everyone was too busy. We were like, oh. And the table was too cramped with our food and stuff to make us go, oh, let's play cards. I really wanted to play cards. Yeah. But Moko also really wanted to play cards and injure somebody too. They were so ready. No gold playing cards this time? No, I didn't bring those. We did get cards though, so and some people did bring cards. They were like, we brought cards. We ended up not playing cards. Damn it. By the time one time I was like, we're this close to playing cards. I was like, we are going to play cards. And then I was called for rehearsal. I was like, I'm going to sit, I'm going to clear the table. We're going to play cards. And then I get the call being like, rehearsal. I'm like, sorry. I will leave you guys. Goodbye. It's just bad timing. The venue was really, really nice. Took some pictures of the venue. Wonder if I can get those up. Wait. The venue was really pretty. Sam just sent it. Yeah. Man, this protein bar is so dry. I'm having such a hard time finishing it. Wait. I'm sending photos from my phone to... I already drank all my R1. Drank an R1 yesterday. Boing. Boink. It's so pretty. It's so pretty, don't you guys think? I just really like the logo. I really like the logo for this year's Yan concert. It's such a pretty logo. Look at it. The stage was gorgeous, yeah. The one thing I noticed though is that this year they didn't like... We didn't have like multiple different like stages. Last year we had like, you know, 3 different stage layouts that would change in like the most 3D, what do you call it, like anime fashion ever, where like the taxis would suddenly show up and stuff, or the random escalators. I remember the random escalators last year. That was pretty cool. Like one part of me was like, why escalators, huh? But this year was just, I think it was just one stage, which is still nice though. I did really like how the VJs looked and everything. Like the layout. But yeah, the transforming stage wasn't a thing this time. It was still pretty. And I was gonna post this on Twitter, but then I forgot. Wait. The fad was to take pictures of ourselves in the weirdest angles to get the large head. That was the fad. The angle makes it so much better. We really liked how Bibu looked when she was angling it. Hers looked really nicely comical. The flower stand too was very pretty. Thank you guys. Flower stand very pretty. And ooh. Let me make sure that there were some pictures that I took of the venue from upstairs that I almost dropped my phone. I was this close to dropping my phone. I mean, it's okay. I have a bulky case on my phone. Surely it will survive the huge drop if I ever did drop it. No, I didn't drop it, so it's fine. Took this from the staircase. It's pretty. No, I did not drop my phone. Oh my god, can I talk about how my MagSafe battery came... I got a email from the... whatchamacallit? The Takubing being like, we're delivering it the day after I went. Literally the next day, the day after I flew. It came. Or was coming. And I was just like, you motherfucker. I was so upset. I didn't make it in time. My power bank came the day after. According to my email, I was like, ah. 宅急便日本語やぞ。英語わかんない。
稍作一下，回复铁链。
I was sad because I saw Bei using hers and I was just like, why did you get yours and I didn't get mine? That's not fair. We ordered at the same time. Yeah, very, very pretty venue. The first day though, the catering was very we were all like, I think we really liked the catering last year. The catering last year was very decent and nice. This year we were like, the catering is This is part of the reason why. This is part of the reason why I also part of the reason why I lost weight in New York, I think, because the catering was very So that's why the second day, we requested Cane's. Yeah, but no, Cane's was great. Cane's was amazing. Cane's was the best thing we had at the venue. Because yes, Callie was like, Cane's! And then we were so confused because it came and then the dude that was in charge of catering made it sound like that our original catering plan was Cane's. Like he was like, yeah, this time it's Cane's! Enjoy! So we were like, wait, but Callie was gonna order Cane's. Shoot! Is this a coincidence? Is this like, did it just happen to overlap coincidence that they got us Cane's and Callie was gonna order Cane's? It made it sound like they were the ones who ordered it. So we were like, wait, Callie, you gotta cancel your order for Cane's. But apparently her manager came back and be like, oh no, that is Callie's Cane's. And we were like, but he made it sound like it was it. He made it sound like it was the venue that got us Cane's. We were so confused. And then I think we got pizza for dinner, but I didn't eat the pizza. Now that I think about it, I didn't eat any pizza. Oh wait, no. I did eat a bit of pizza for dinner. Not at the venue, but I did eat a tiny bit of pizza for dinner once, but yeah, in general, I didn't really eat much pizza. It was a lot of pizza. I was like, I'm good with pizza. I did like the Cane's, man. I want to eat fried chicken now all of a sudden. I really want to eat fried chicken. I really want to eat Cane's again. So yeah, I feel like I moved a lot, and I only had pretty much like 1.5 meals a day, pretty much. So yeah, I think I lost weight. I haven't weighed myself, but I think I did. I like rub my tummy, and I'm like, yes. I think it's flatter now. I really need to gain it back. In a couple days, not just a couple days, in the week, I was just so tired. I was so tired, I went to sleep with my makeup on. For 3 days in a row. I went to sleep with my makeup on. I was doing morning showers because I was just like, ah! I was so tired I did that, and Crody was like, no! You can't do that! But surprisingly, I don't know if it's the New York weather or something, my skin was feeling great in New York. I was wearing makeup every day, I was just sleeping in the makeup, it was fine. It was doing much better than my skin whenever I'm in Japan. I'm just like, what? Is it the weather? Maybe the dry weather is just better for my skin for some reason. The skincare routine though. Oh, maybe it's my current routine. My current routine that I've changed recently. The whole routine is décolleté now. I've become like a recently my current trend is full on décolleté. Décolleté, I don't know how to pronounce it, but everything décolleté from everything except for the face wash is décolleté now. How many steps is it? Except for the face wash and the amples or serums. Everything else is décolleté. I blame Otani for that. I do too. I literally saw them passing out like décolleté samples with Otani Shohei holding a décolleté thing. Like came with like a little pamphlet of him holding a décolleté serum or not a serum, but like a product. It was posing with it, and I was like, I want one. I took it. It came with a couple samples too. It's like, yes, it has Otani Shohei on it. Give me. Excuse me. Thank you. They say that he uses Decorte. I'm using the same skincare he does. I don't know if he actually does use it, but you know. Yeah, at least advertises that he uses it. Oh, I found my picture of the turtles. One of the few pictures I took of the turtles. The turtles are so cute. They're so cute. The turtles. In Central Park, yeah. So many turtles on the rock. There's so many of them. I know. What about the squirrels? I didn't take any pictures of the squirrels, but I did see squirrels walking around. And I was like, dang. They exist. I remember when I used to think that squirrels existed in Japan. Maybe they do, I just never see them. I did not see any rats this year, no. Did see squirrels. They were really cute. Only in Central Park. And New York got fat squirrels. That's so cute. I love it when the animal's chunky. But yeah, squirrels very cute. I love how they like I literally saw like a couple of squirrels. I think they were like a couple. What else? Oh yeah! What did you guys think of the actual concert? Did you guys enjoy? There was a concert, yes. Yes, there was a concert. Loved Gravity.
嘿，有高宗师给你的讯息。
All these faces with the same frustrations. I never thought I would sing Gravity with other members. Like, I never thought that would ever happen. So I was really happy. That was great. I think we all sounded amazing together. It was really fun. I'm really bad with, like, my sense of distance whenever I do group songs, though. Let me just say. During rehearsals and stuff, I always end up, like, stepping out too much or stepping in too much and actually covering somebody or something in groups. Be like, no! You're supposed to be at 1 or 1.5! Or no, you go 1.5 here and then 1 over here. During course, it's 1.5. I'm like, I'd have to be like, I'm standing on 1.5. Yeah. I hate positioning. Did you hit anyone? I think I hit Toa Senpai during rehearsal. During rehearsal, I think I actually elbowed her. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the MC was... How was the MC? Hey, I'm walking here. I didn't know anything about the hey, I'm walking here until I think, like, Crony and I forgot who was it. Crony and Bae were like, oh yeah, that's like a very common, like, New York speak, and I'm like, really? Hey, I'm walking here. We practiced that a lot. The hey, I'm walking here thing. I thought you were American. I don't know anything about American culture. I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't know. I feel like whenever I do MC, my what do you call that in English? I say tension in Japanese, but in English it wouldn't mean tension. But in general, I'm just always like super hyper. New Yorkians. What do you call them then? Oh yeah, I think I said New Yorkers. New Yorkers. Come on, you say Ian. You use Ians a lot for other types of people. New Yorkians, not New Yorkians. New Yorkers. Yeah. New Jerseyans, Canadians, Tokyoians. Hello from Canada. I'm a Canadaer. It's hard. It's hard, guys. Language is hard. Anyways. That was a great MC. I was worried that maybe I was talking too much during the MC. But I always get worried. I always get worried that, like, you know, I don't want any like dead air in the MC. So that's part of the reason why I become really like hyper. Like I'm going to fill any dead air if there is any. And I was nervous. And I was nervous. I do say I didn't realize that I had more than one MC until a tiny bit before. I did not look at the schedule. I did not look at the schedule, and I look at the schedule. I'm like, oh yeah, when is my MC? Do I have MC in day 1 or day 2? Which one was it? And I see I have both days. I'm like, huh? I have 2? And they're split into 2 days? What? I have 2? So I was really happy. At the same time, I was like, dang, but at the same time, of course, not complaining. I was happy to have multiple MCs. It is still slightly stressful, but I was still happy. And then did you guys like Diamond Girlfriend? The hot hots are so loud. I was so happy. You guys all did it with me. I knew for a year in concert I wanted to do Diamond Girlfriend. Because last year I did Carbonated, so I really wanted to do Diamond Girlfriend. Yeah, I really like the lighting and the whatchamacallit, 演出 in general. I'm glad that it fired up the venue. Diamond はめっちゃ盛り上がるよね。もうあれは盛り上がる曲だよね。I feel like it's even more hype than Carbonated. Carbonated is also hype too, but Diamond has like a lot of shouts. Like you can do a lot of shouts with it.
我来帮你开这扇门吧。
It's more interactive, yeah. Now she is your atomic symbol. And that was day 1. Oh wait, I'm trying to remember. Wait. So そんな感じだったっけな？多分 day 1. And then day 2.
附近应该有宝藏。
Yeah.
不错的发现。
Fries up. Fries up. Coming closer now. Let's ride. We start up with fries up. I didn't realize that that we would do start again first. Until a few weeks ago. And I was like, oh wait, the second day we start up with start again? Start again. We're never gonna stop. Which is nice. It's a nice change of pace than, you know, always doing like a fully a member song in the beginning all the time.
夏亚拉，我了解你的不满，但别这么快下定论。
有好多东西值得探索。
有需要的话，随时来找我。还有好多事要忙。